Hi there, Coach Sage Canday of SageRunning.com here with a quick video. We're going to do this a call for comments. I want to hear your feedback in the comments below for suggestions on talking about races that you may be considering doing and maybe some tips that I could offer you guys, just because I've been really fortunate to experience a ton of different race courses and events over my 20 plus year racing. I've been racing for over 20 years in distance running events, counting in university and high school and middle school, but also just more trail ultras, mountain running, major city marathons, things like that. I've been really fortunate enough to have the travel support a lot from title sponsors like Hoka One One over the years, as well as support from races to be able to get into a lot of these events all around the world. So hopefully I could share something about maybe a specific course that you're interested in doing. So if you're going to Transvolcania Ultra Marathon for the first time this year or something like that, I could give you some advice on that course, or at least my experiences there. And we'll start with races that I've done probably multiple times. I've seen maybe in different weather conditions. I know the course elevation profile, the technicality of the trail. And in my next video, the top rated votes, the races that I've actually done and races that you guys want to hear about, race courses, I could share and elaborate kind of on my tips and suggestions for those events. So, you could check my Ultra sign up, you could check my ITRA profile, I guess, for races that I have done. I'm going to name a few off the top of my head that you may be curious about. I have done not so great at a lot of the 100 milers that I've done. Like, I had a really big meltdown at Western States. I've only done that once. I've had meltdowns at UTMB 100 milers, whereas I've probably been a little bit more consistent in 50 mile or 80K and less types of races. But yeah, I've done, Transvolcania, for example, the ultra marathon there. I've done that 3 times. I've done Lake Sonoma 50 mile in the US and California 3 times. I've done races like the Chuckanut 50K here in the US a couple times. I've done the North Face San Francisco. Actually, I think they kind of canceled that one. We won't talk about that one. Major marathons though, in New York City Marathon, Chicago Marathon, Boston Marathon a few times. I've done the Houston Marathon 4 times. The Carlsbad Marathon. Can name different marathons I've done, different road courses. Rotterdam, obviously. Gosh, I'm drawing a blank. It's been so long. But yeah, other ultra marathons, even races like, the Pikes Peak Marathon, done the marathon and the ascent a couple times each. Zagama, the Mount Blanc Marathon, running around Chamonix, some of those types of races. Sierre Zinal I've done a couple times. Let's see, Les Templiers in France I've done once before. Other popular courses. So yeah, you're gonna have to comment with races that I've done if you want to hear about it. I don't know, this is kind of an experiment video. Really do appreciate your support tuning in. So it could be a road marathon, it could even be, college running experience. What was it like to run in the Penn Relays 10K or 5K? I've done those, some events on the track. I've run the Falmouth Road Race. I've done, half marathons, a lot of road half marathons, I guess, over the years as well. I'm trying to think of more iconic courses. Philly, New Orleans Rock and Roll was where I set my PR. My marathon PR was set at San Diego Rock and Roll. They've probably changed the course a bit in some of these venues over the years, so it's it's a little tricky. But in other races, they haven't changed the venue, and obviously weather conditions could change course profiles as well. Like the Tarawera Ultra Marathon 100K that I just did, that course was different from when I did it last 5 years ago, which was different from when I did it last 6 years ago. So, same area, general. I include travel tips to the area, like what do you expect in a city like Rotorua, New Zealand, or kind of from a foreigner perspective, at least traveling in my experience. So I don't know if this is helpful or not, or something you guys want to hear about, but comment below races that you might have on the calendar that you know or may not know that I've done, and maybe I could give out some pointers, or other people in the community, because I know a lot of you are pretty avid runners, any surface, any distance, could also chime into the comments, and we could build this positive energy and kind of knowledge base, I guess, of tips and suggestions, even local knowledge. If you you live near one of these major races and you have local knowledge, that's even better insight, obviously, or you've done the Chicago Marathon 10 times or something like that. So, different experiences would be great to hear, and we'll do that in the next video. But for now, we'll try to get thumbs up votes for popular race events that you guys are interested in hearing more about. and hopefully we could get that knowledge base building. So thanks so much for subscribing on here. Thanks again to everyone that watched or tuned into our podcast. This is our last episode. Coach Sandy has a YouTube channel as well, Running Wild to Believe. I'll link to it up there as well as in the description below. We also have product codes for some of our sponsors and discounts. She's got that on there. We have it on our website, sagerunning.com, where we sell training plans for any surface, any distance. Thank you again to the Patreon supporters for making this all possible. Hope your running's going well, and stay tuned for more.